Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Valentine, and today we're going to continue some more of Asia Turning Spirit Justice. Let's do this. And hello to you today. What do you mean Miss Faye's still being held hostage? And who's this mastermind? Politician Whipperson is working more than a puppet. His benefactor is the one pulling the strings. But I have no idea who they are. So all we know is it's the person he was trying to skip the orb to? Right, he was just following orders. Whoever it is, it seems they really want to get their hands on the orb. So then Miss Faye's abduction is the work of the so-called benefactor too? Right again, whoever they are, they're in Wright, along with Maya. I wonder who they could be. Right, this Maya, the spirit Mia you've been talking about. She wouldn't happen to be that bug-haired young lady you defended back at Wright? That's her. Why do you ask? I see. I think I know what's going on here. I got good news for you, Wright. Maya's somewhere safe. That much I'm sure of. I'm afraid you lost me. So that's what this little snot patron is. It's all starting to make sense. I have no idea I'm here in the States with you all. Derek, do you mind filling us in? No caller ID. I wonder who's calling. Hello?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, yes? Let me start by thanking you. I take such good care of my subordinate.
Who is this?
I believe you know me as Mr. Attition's benefactor.
Oh! Sounds like they're using a voice changer or something to disguise themselves. Where's Maya? Is she safe?
I am my ear on today's proceedings. What a shock it was to hear that the chief's assaulting the old fellow is a spirit medium. Wait a minute, I should not see that coming.
Wait, did they plant a listening device in here somewhere?
Nevertheless, I think for a minute that it will guarantee Maya's safety. She is not the only medium within my reach, you see.
You harm a hair in Maya's head and you'll have to answer to me.
Right, give it here a second.
Wait.
Hey there, how's it going, stranger? Who is this? Oh, it's your friendly neighborhood dragon. I just happened to be in the U.S. on a little trip. Minister of Justice, Inga Karko Karayan.
Inga? What? Maya's kidnapper?
Is Karayan Minister of Justice? Dirk? Is that you dirty turncoat? How in the... What a place is going on here? Oh, you know, just popped here from the States for a little R&R. But enough about me, Inga. There was a poor excuse on a blow you pulled just now. We both know your beds are as empty as your head. You can't lay your hand on my effect, and I do mean that literally.
What are you talking about?
You get your chance of getting the orb goodbye.
My fate isn't my only, shall I say, insurance, you know, Dirk.
What?
I got someone dear to you right in my palm of my hand, see? Now that one, well, you can imagine what kind of things I do, right? Glad you're seeing this my way. Meet me out miles to tomorrow, 3 p.m. sharp. And you better come along. Got it? If all goes well, the orb was all you need to get my fit back. Dirk? What's going on?
You heard him. I have to get back to Karayan at once.
What? Why?
No time to explain.
But are you even going to make it? What if there are no seats left for the next flight? Plus, you're a wanted man. They're not going to let you get on... Just get on the plane.
Let me worry about that, Mr. Justice.
Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth? What are you doing here?
Taking care of the hostage situation.
Oh, now that you mention it, Pearl did think she saw you around the Korean village. I had to look into a few things while I was on my way back from Korean, including Maya's situation, of course.
I was thrown to hear what she was still in Orion earlier. But it was why I found no connection between her and Mr. Titian.
Sorry to interrupt, but going back to the plane situation,
I think the Liberty are charting off for us.
it's ready to take off at any time.
And I will do what's necessary to hide the fact that their son Marty's on board.
Wow, must be nice to be chief prosecutor.
Right, we have no time to lose. We must head for Orion at once. Right.
I'm going too, after all, you're bound to need my help. No, Fred, I want to go too.
This isn't a vacation, Trucy. Besides, I'll need you to hold on to the fort.
Daddy!
I said you also bring what's necessary. Sorry, Trucy, but would you mind holding on to this stuff for me?
Fine, but you better bring me back something besides just more evidence.
Excellent! Now let us make haste to Orion!
And that's how sudden trip to the kingdom of Orion began. I never imagined I'd return to the country of my youth under such circumstances, though. It was a long flight. It's already 2:30 in the afternoon. How about cutting it close? The kingdom of Orion. This is no time to reminisce, but I gotta say, this place sure brings back memories. Hurry up, Apollo. Right behind you.
Mars tomb is located in the courtyard of Kuran Palace. We should just have enough time to get there.
Yeah, let's sprint there. Can you keep up, Apollo? Sure, no sweat. I'll contact the royal family and the local police and inform them on our arrival. Thanks, Edgeworth.
I wasn't made for all the running and climbing and near drowning I've done this week.
It's 2:45. Only 15 minutes left.
See that cylinder building rising in the distance? That's Amara's tomb.
Amara? Wasn't that the previous queen? The one who was assassinated?
Yes, and I'm the one they pinned it on.
It will take a few minutes to get to the tomb from here. So you have returned, Barbhead. Ah. I've seen her before on the news. If I remember correctly, this is the crown princess Rafa Padma Karayan. What are you people doing here? This is a royal residence. Commoners are not allowed entry without permission. A prosecutor from the States. She'd already called and requested permission for us to enter. As to why we're here, your benevolence, have you seen Minister Inga? And you seek my father just on heading towards Amara's tomb. Was he with anyone? You know, like some shady-looking underlings or something? No, he was alone. Why do you ask? Because we have no idea about misplaced abduction. I heard that. I think we have company. Bow down before glory! The endless twin Grand Priestess of Orion approaches. Huh? Garan? Ah! It's...
Quick, run!
God! Surrounded Mara's tomb at once! Get remedies!
Urdi Hara Garon!
What's she doing? Is she going to help us? Excuse me, Your Eminence. So, our Barbhead lawyer returns. May we presume you are here for my affair, the spirit medium who has been abducted? Yes, you may. Allow us to apologize for the criminal actions of our husband. Oh, no need to apologize for him. Honestly, Inga, abducting a guest in our country, how could you? Father abducted someone? Your Eminence, what about those soldiers over there? We are the Grand Royal Guard, soldiers who serve the crown and no other. Royal Guard? They are the elite force selected by only the most loyal and outstanding of our subjects. And why have you ordered them to surround the tomb? The police will not come if it is my husband who is committing the crime. We shall have to storm the tomb and take Minister Inga into custody ourselves.
What? You mean... Ron, no, these hostages in there.
Sir, how dare you set foot in the palace? Have you come to turn yourself in?
Oh, listen, we need to call a truce for now.
The Grand Royal Guard, seize this traitor from the crown. As you wish, Your Eminence. Resist and you die.
Wait a second. Slow down there, Garon. I'm here to conduct a hostage exchange. But if you take me in now, my affair is good as dead.
A hostage exchange? But why would he choose to do such a thing with you?
We can talk about that later. Right now, I need to get in there before it's too late. If I can't resolve this in 20 minutes, you can storm the palace. No, then, if you'll excuse me.
Dirk, wait! Guards allow the insurgent Dirk's son Marty to pass. Barbhead, you got some explaining to do.
Right. Well, while we're waiting here, Apollo, why don't you explain the situation?
What? Me? Leave nothing out, Hornhead, and I'll dehorn you where you stand.
Hornhead. Hornhead? She doesn't waste any time coming up with nicknames. And what's with the attitude? Her father's the one who abducted Miss Faye.
You might used to see me. Did I hear talk of my father abducting someone?
Oh, you heard right. He abducted Maya Faye and...
An insolent fool!
Pardon my rudeness.
A gentle soul such as my father could not possibly have committed such a crime.
Gentle? You think he's gentle? I'm afraid it's true, Your Benevolence. He's holed up in that tomb as we speak.
Really? I find this difficult to believe. Why would he do such a thing?
Your Benevolence? You saw your father headed towards the tomb?
I did. I was over in the Vendetta, deep in thought, and I saw him hurry towards the tomb. I think it was about 10 minutes ago.
Why was he rushing? Maybe he was worried he'd be late?
Did you see anyone else headed to the tomb?
For the tomb?
I saw no one else after he entered.
But Minister Inga and Miss Faye are the only ones in there besides Dirk. Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if he had a minion or two with him. I sure hope he's alright.
It's only been 5 minutes.
It feels like an eternity. Patience, Apollo. Patience. Been almost 20 minutes. It's taking Dirk so long.
The appointed time has come. Our royal guard should now storm in.
Can you wait just a little longer?
No, we cannot. Every second we wait puts the hostile in even more danger. Therefore, we see no alternative but to order our guards to storm in.
How put Miss Faye's life in danger too?
Guard! Storm the tomb and seize Mr. Inga along with the insurgent Dirk Sakimari. Yes, Your Eminence.
What? Dirk's under arrest too?
Naturally, that traitor snake assassinated my predecessor, Queen Amara. Now go, seize them both. We're going in. Follow me, man. Behind me. Oogie, run! no one gets hurt. Remnants! What the? Why are they running back out? What is the meaning of this? So something terrible happened. Dirk, the minister, he's dead. What's this?
What?
Apollo, quick! They're right behind you. No one entered without. Come, let's see what it says fire. Yes, remnants.
Uh-oh. Where's Dirk?
Apollo, over here.
Dirk?
Dirk! What have you done?
Apollo?
Look! So it is Minister Inga who has fallen. Guard! Seize this murderous man at once! Yes, remnants, run out, perish, rebel scum!
No, wait! Ah!
Dirk! Taking him away! Ow! Dirk just threw something at me. Wait, this is the... You telling me to keep it safe? Rick? Is that you? Maya! Are you alright? Dirk, you saved me. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open. Maya! Minister Inga, the man behind Miss Faye's abduction, has been killed, and Dirk was arrested for his murder. So it was that the abduction of Maya Faye came to a sudden and unexpected resolution. With this curtain falls on the ministry, but things were far from over. Apollo, what happened? I can't say for sure, but what I can tell, it seems Dirk has killed Minister Inga. What? Did you just to save his fate? Most likely, but who knows? I'm really confused right now. My father? This can't be. I must see for myself. Your benevolence, I cannot allow you to bear. No, stand aside. Forgive us, but we have direct orders from Her Eminence being a mob. Father? Father? Dirk, you will pay for this! Apollo, let's go regroup out somewhere. Yeah. Dirk, it wasn't really you that did it, right? Are you okay, Apollo? Yeah. Edward's speaking with the local police, but let's sit tight until he returns. Okay. I know you must be in a state of shock right now, but I need you to stay with us, Apollo. He's right. I can't go in pieces now. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'll be fine.
Right, Mr. Justice. I'm afraid I have some bad news. It looks like things will only get more complicated from here.
Prosecutor Edwards, what's happening with Dirk?
As I understand it, he has been officially charged with the murder of Minister Inga.
Yes?
However, I didn't manage to get his permission to investigate the crime scene, and I expect we'll be allowed to visit Mr. Sanmari shortly.
Thank you. Sir, glad Prosecutor Edwards is here with us.
Also, it just so happens that Detective Sky is here in Kauai. I'll have asked her to assist us with our investigation.
What? What's she doing here?
It seems Prosecutor Son Muddy has grown quite fond of her. He's been ferrying her around all over the place. A few days here, a few days there. Soon it's become a team of sorts.
Despite what Nayuta say, he thinks highly of Emma's skills. Oh no, Apollo. I think we'll go pay Dirk a visit at the detention center. I want to go check on Maya at the hospital. What about you, Athena? Well, if there's footwork to be done, I better stick with Apollo and give him an hand. Very well. Then I will accompany Wright. Okay, we'll go our separate ways for now. Alright, if anything comes up, you have my cell number. You know your way around here, Apollo? It's been over 10 years since I left, but I'll try not to get us hopelessly lost. Well, let's go to the detention center then.
Apollo, you're the old man, are you?
Dirk, are they done interrogating you?
Nope, the fun hasn't even started. I imagine they're really raking me over the coils, though.
I don't even want to think about how harsh their interrogation methods will be. Yeah, but that's nothing compared to what they'll do if they find him guilty.
They brandished me a terrorist who killed the previous queen and now a justice minister? If I'm guilty of these crimes, I'll be facing a very public execution.
But public execution? This is worse than I thought.
Come on, son. Turn that frown upside down. You'll just jinx us. As soon as I get out of here, I'll take you on a tasty hash house I know.
I like that. I really need to focus on what happened. Time to switch to work mode. Dirk, can you tell me what happened? Oh, and there's also something I want you to take a look at. Dirk, what happened in there? You didn't really kill Minister Inca, did you?
Well, the thing is, I really
Don't know. Huh?
I remember seeing a mirror of the founder right as I entered the tomb, and I got all dizzy immediately after that. The next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand and covered in Inga's blood.
You don't remember meeting with him?
No, the last thing I remember after entering the tomb is feeling really dizzy.
There's no way he can explain what happened if he can't remember anything. Yeah.
I suppose there's no getting out of this one.
We can't give up yet.
I was just messing with you, son.
Well, stop, it's not funny.
Sorry.
Sheesh, nothing seems to face him, not even getting arrested for murder.
This is going to be one tough case, Apollo. Not only have I been charged with Inga's murder, but I've also been charged with Amara's assassination from 23 years ago.
You're on trial for 2 charges?
The rod is practically licking her chops just thinking about my public execution. This just means we can't afford to lose our heads, huh?
I don't know how you can laugh at a time like this.
So, son, I take it you'll be defending me in my trial?
Of course. You can count on me.
That's my boy. Looks like your nerves are just stealing at those vocal cords of yours. After all, you got a Defense Culpability Act to contend with, too.
Oh, right. If you're found guilty, then I'll be charged with the same double homicide, huh?
Don't tell me you forgot about that.
I'll be fine. I just have to make sure we win this one.
You sure? Because you don't sound very fine.
Apollo, what was that up with the assassination 23 years ago? About that incident 23 years ago. That was when the previous queen, Amara, was assassinated, wasn't it?
Yes, someone set her private residence on fire. She lost her life in the ensuing blaze.
You were arrested for that crime? How would they arrest you, Mr. Sanmari? You were just a lawyer back then? What relation do you have with the queen?
About that, Amara was, well, she was my wife. I may not look the part, but I was once husband to the queen. In short, I was royalty.
What? No way! You said you won the heart of the reigning queen?
Come on, you're talking to a guy who honed his powers against witnesses on the stand. Even the queen has no match for this dragon's glare.
Wow, you're really something else. But was the verdict ever reached, Dirk?
I acted on my own attorney and won. Until I was accused of fabricating evidence, that is. Then it all went south.
Now, where have I heard that story like that before? What happened after that?
I made a run for it.
You ran? Why?
I didn't kill Amara, I didn't fabricate any evidence. But I have struck around for a retrial, I have been found guilty for sure. I couldn't have allowed that to happen. Amara's true killer would never face justice if I did. So I left my law practice behind and went underground.
That was 23 years ago. Are you telling me that after all these years, you still haven't discovered the truth?
Yeah, the fact that it was arson means that the crime scene was reduced to ashes. There is little in the way of evidence left. It's just been brick wall after brick wall.
I guess this means it's all up to me to figure it out, huh? Along with Minister Inga's murder, of course. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, son. Don't look so down. With you on the case, it'll work out somehow.
I hope he's right.
Say, son, do you remember my office?
Sure. I remember that messy, dimly lit room.
The following a mask on Amara's assassination is kept there. I think I might help you on this case. Do you remember how to get there?
Let me think. I recall going in through a manhole. How can I not, Dirk? I hated how I always got so dirty in there and that stench. That old case is important too, so I should probably focus on the minister's murder first.
I see you got us safely out of the tomb.
Why did you throw it at me like that?
I want you to listen carefully, son. The orb was not falling into Goron's hands. Not ever.
I thought Minister Inga was the one who was after it. He was the one who led it to Professor Buff to study, after all. So haven't you exposed his crime now?
I have, but there's more connected to this relic than meets the eye. Much more. And whatever it is, I can't help feeling that it could turn this entire kingdom upside down.
You said something like that before. Dirk insinuation is at it again.
Goron will do everything to retrieve this. We'll guard it well, son, at least until tomorrow's trial.
I'm afraid your time is up.
Nayuta, it's time for the prisoner's interrogation.
Well, be gone, you putrid-headed criminal betting lawyer. Wait, don't tell me you're the prosecuting attorney? What? This would mean... Is there a problem? You bet there is. He's your father. And your point is? My relation to the accused is irrelevant. The fact remains, I am a prosecutor. You know, that's not what I don't think I'm getting through to him.
Nayuda, long time no see, son. How you been? Look, I hear you've been serving Quran, rather faithfully in fact. Whatever happened to our dream of taking her down and taking this country, son?
The past is in the past.
What do you mean? Why are you doing this?
It's simple. People change. The unity now exists no more.
Listen, son, I don't know what made you change like this, but you're still my boy, even if you prosecuted my case. The rest of the fine dragons and I eagerly await your return. Whenever you're ready, we'll welcome you back with open arms.
As I said, I moved on. Now let us waste no more time. The flowers do not blossom simply from talk of the past. Nayura, why do I get the feeling there's something he wants to say but can't? Guard, move the accused to the interrogation room. Yes, sir. This way, you rebel scum.
Ow! Watch it! Not so rough, will you?
Nayura, is he seriously going to prosecute his own father? Well, I guess now we can go to Amara's tomb. So this is the tomb of Amara, the previous queen of Karayan. Really lavish. I guess you could say it fits for a queen. Is there a faceless woman in the mirror over there, Amara? No, that's the Holy Mother. She's the one who brought spirit challenge to Karayan. Oh right, the woman in the orb. Oh, it's you two. Getting right down to business, I see. Hi, Emma. We heard you give us a hand if you needed it. Yep, Mr. Edgeworth asked me to help where I could. Well, it's been quite a while since you've been back in Corina here. Yeah, more than 10 years in fact. Well, you sure didn't waste any time when you're already mixed up in the murder. Your real troublemaking is Mr. Wright. Please don't say that. My luck's already been bad enough as it is. I'm not here prosecuting some money requesting your services again. Seems to have really taken a liking to you. You mean his Admirable Holiness? Much. I don't mind that he approves of me and my abilities. It's just his people skills need some serious work. But when he manages to smile and compliments my work, it's hard to say no. I was working my investigations over flying back and forth, your days where nobody's off. It's been tough, and my lack of sleep has been brutal on my skin. To make matters worse, the defender of this case is what I know. Wait, how could this get any worse? Oh, so fast I couldn't even read it. Sounds like they got one complicated prosecutor-detective relationship going on. Emma, have you determined the cause of death? Blood loss from a stab wound. A single stab in the back was enough to cause the victim to bleed to death. The estimated time of death was 30 p.m., which is when Dirk came onto the scene. Any suspects besides Dirk? No, he and Maya and the minister are the only ones here. And Maya has been tied up until she was freed by the Queen's Royal Guard. Could someone have been hiding there somewhere? No, likely it's told this tomb was searched from top to bottom right after the murder. And during that time, the Royal Guard set up a perimeter to prevent anyone from escaping. In other words, everything was completely sealed off. It would appear so. No way for a third party to escape without being spotted, so... Great, it's another one of those convoluted clockwork mysteries. Welcome back to Minister Inga. He was the kingdom's Minister of Justice, correct? Yes, Inga Cargo Koran was the second most powerful patron in Koran. Plus, he was married to the Queen. It's strange that someone of his status would abduct someone. Apparently, he only told a few of his most loyal subordinates about his plan. That way, there was little chance of the police or even the Queen finding out. What was Inga hoping to gain by getting his hands on the orb? That I don't know, but I'm working on it. wonder if it really was for what politician Whipperson said. I must deliver it to my benefactor at all costs. What do they want with the relic for anyways? It's something to do with an old legend. My patron says a great power is said to be granted to whoever solves its secret. A great power that is said to be bestowed on whoever solves the orb's secret. In Quran, only those who can channel spirits are said to be fit to live. Is that why you wanted such power? Do you want to be king? So this is the tomb of the previous queen? Yes, Queen Amara had laid to rest here. She lost her life in an arsonist's place. What a tragic end. I heard this tomb sits in the actual site of her residence before it was burned down. They built it on the same spot so her soul could rest in peace. So this is where the fire happened, huh? Why do you think Mr. Inga was holding Miss Faye captive here? It's the perfect spot if you think about it. It's close to his private quarters, which made it easier to keep an eye on his prisoner. And the courtyard is only open to the royal family, so he had little fear of prying eyes. Plus, the tomb is normally locked, and only the royal family are allowed access. Well, that's why you picked this place. How long has Miss Faye been held captive? About 6 days. Really? How long? It appears that she was severely weakened by her prolonged confinement. She passed out as soon as she was free and now on an IP trip at the hospital. She's been asleep ever since. Poor Miss Faye. Hope she gets better soon. And do you mind if we start looking around? Sure, I already got the okay. Knock yourself out. Oh, and here. The diagram the police drew of the tomb. I thought I'd give you a copy to help your investigation along. Thank you. Oh, and let me know if you need my forensic expertise. Don't you dare keep all the fun to yourselves, you hear? You don't need to worry about that. Besides, I hardly classify this as fun. Let's do it. So this is a Mars sarcophagus. Let's take a closer look. Hey, those curtains open, Apollo. One big sarcophagus. See the mummy of Amara, the former queen, rests inside. A mummy, huh? Rats, it's locked. Hey, don't touch that! You mean we can't search inside it? Not a chance. Besides, it's not something anyone tried opening anyways. What if the real killer's hiding inside? Hey, anyone in there? Don't do that! You're going to get us cursed! Cursed? Seems likely better grab the source of living after such a violent, painful death. And no one dares touch the sarcophagus for fear of increasing her wrath. Oh no, Apollo, what am I going to do? Don't look at me. In any case, the sarcophagus is temperature controlled. They kept really cold to preserve the mummy. Even if someone did decide to hide inside it, they would eventually freeze to death. I see. Still, if they bumbled over, I bet the person could hide in there for a little while. Full of ash. I guess this is an incense burner. Hey, look, Apollo! There's something in the ashes. Let's see what it is. Is that a gemstone? I wonder what's it doing here. I got this one covered, Apollo. Would you like to hear my brilliant theory? Well, I guess it wouldn't do any harm. You know how people make wishes by throwing coins into the fountain, right? Well, you know, on second thought, I'm good. What? You sure you don't want you need to hear my theory? I was about to get to the good part. Let's just ask Emma, that'll be much quicker. Excuse me, Emma. What's this gemstone doing here? Look at that. Not a gem, it's a button. Albeit a very expensive one from the victim's jacket. Must have fallen off and gotten in there somehow. See? Every puzzle has its answer, you know. Well, I thought my idea was pretty good. Wait, what's with the slope? See here what on the gemstone? Hey, you're right. Full of ash. It must burn incense in here. I was wondering, Apollo, the ash come from the incense sticks that were burned in this? Or do people put their incense in after there was already ash in here to hold them up? Don't be silly, Athena. The answer is simple. The ash is a product of prayers from the countless visitors who came here. Not a chicken or the egg kind of thing. Oh, that's an interesting take of it. It's much more poetic than mine's. Wow, it's covered in blood. If the blood spat out this large, it must have gotten all over the killer too. I'm gonna think of it. There was blood on Dirk's clothes. Circumstantial evidence points to Dirk being the killer. That's what conclude if I were a cop too. Why are things getting so bleak for me? Guess this is where Edith collects when he died. Better take a closer look. So this is the murder weapon. Emma, did you find any prints on it? Yep, and they're super clear. They belong to one Dirk Sanmari. That's not good. Are there any others? There's one more print for another individual, but it was too smudged to identify. Probably an old print from someone else who were handling the knife. Oh. And another piece of unhelpful info to add to the ever-growing pile. Ugh. They already taken the body away. Kinda sad how familiar I've become with body outlines. I have a photo of the body if you're interested. He was stabbed right in the back. The poor guy was practically skewered. What's he wearing in his arms? Those are the cuffs of justice. It's a tradition here, a minister of justice who wear these forearm cuffs. They look like they're made of thick fabric, it's just they weren't for protection. Maybe they're for keeping his sleeves out of the way when handling documents? Yeah, that's probably their original purpose. Over the years, the reason for wearing them is practically forgotten. You know, they're just one of the many traditional things that people do without knowing why. Well, I get it. Kinda like the way you roll up your sleeves, huh? Or your psychology if you're going there. I happen to know why I started. Thank you very much. I wonder if this is Inga's cell phone. Should be. There's fingerprints all over it. You know if he talked with anyone recently? There was a few calls logged between him and his underlings. They're all members of the secret police who are directly under the minister's control. You mean like spies? I don't think that's quite it. So the minister was armed, huh? It's a 4-shot pistol. He had it for self-defense apparently. But he won't be firing anything anytime soon. Huh? He's carrying a broken gun around for show? No, he recovered the bullet here. Which means the gun probably broke as the minister fired his last round. Thing is, the gun chambers are all empty. And that one bullet is the only bullet we could find. That is strange. Where did the other 3 go? Maybe Turk ate him? You can ask the next time we see him, just to be ready for his particularly shocking answer. One of the statues is broken. Let's take a closer look. Hmm? Something shiny down here. A pendant. Blood on it. I wonder who it belongs to. All we know is not the victims. The ones on the boy randomly recognized it. Emma, do you have any fingerprints on it? I did, but I wasn't able to get a clean one. That's too bad. But the blood turned out to be the victims. The reason must have fallen here at the course of the murder. It might be Dirk's. I should ask him about it later. It's a Magatama, I think. Did it come from the broken statue? Look above, there's another one! The other statues only have one each. You're right. Maybe this statue was special or something. This thing's more splinter than statue now. A bullet from the victim's gun did have a real number on it. Seems like something you get hurt for, you know. And if for English, case I said getting your ticket punched is curse or not. Yeah, but don't curses extend to the afterlife? I need to stop thinking of what Nagita says so seriously. I just keep on thinking for myself. Look, there's a bullet here. Not a pistol the victim was carrying. My guess is he was trying to shoot the attacker from his and the bullet ended up here. He already turned the rifling marks to be a match of his gun. Rifling marks? Are those? How shall I explain the science behind this? Absolutely fascinating. No, we're good. Lawyers. I think they're so smart. You do realize we can hear you. This thing is apparently tied to this chair. Let's take a closer look. We should try covering every angle here. Let's use control center to change our perspective and take a careful look around. Look, there's a blood stain on one of the chair legs. Really? You're right. I completely missed that. Move to the chair and we can check under it. There's more blood under the chair leg. I wonder what's it doing there. It has aluminum here. Why don't you do some testing around it? Look! Plus thing leads all the way to the sarcophagus. Man, is this Minister Inga's blood? Hold on a second. Huh? That's strange. Didn't get a match. Well then, whose blood is it? I think this they weren't wounded as far as we know. The blood's been wiped out by someone for some reason. Yeah, that's strange too. Poor Miss Faye. She must have been tied up for this chair. I can just imagine how much her backside must have hurt after sitting here for so long. It's still been torture for you, I bet. I mean, you don't know how to sit still. If by that you mean I kind of like to stay active, then I have to agree with you. This is a grape juice Inga was drinking. He's probably nervous before his meeting with Dirk. Do you drink grape juice? I'm not seeing the logic here. Mr. Wright told me all about it when he was hospitalized a few years ago. That grape juice has something in it that helps you relax. Really? Are you sure he was talking about regular plain old grape juice? Because it sounds like he was talking about a fermented variety. No, he could have meant that. I mean, you're talking about a medical facility. They wouldn't have allowed something like that in. Right, let's just do it at that. A small army of monks, all nearly neatly lined up. It looks like they're facing the sarcophagus in prayer. If you look carefully, each one has a slightly different expression. I wonder if they use real people as models. Some are frowning, some are smiling. One that looks like he's trying his hardest not to burst out laughing. Really? I wonder why. Maybe like one of those things are so intense you can't help but laugh. You know, like the funerals and stuff. They went through all the trouble depicting that. Talk about going overboard. It looks like the Holy Mother was painted here to watch over Amara's sarcophagus. So it's like this tomb was protected by the founder? It must be so reassuring to those she had left behind. Only one problem, they didn't paint the eyes she used to use head watching. Come to think of it, she doesn't have a mouth to smile down on the tomb with either. It's actually kind of creepy. I wonder if being watched over by something like that gives us big nightmares. Hey, keep that up and the founder might just come and watch over you too. One of the statues is broken. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to see it from here. Check it out when we got a little closer. I already did this one. The sarcophagus is surrounded by a curtain. I bet someone could have hidden from behind it. True, but not many places that royal guard check guards are storming in. Wow, they were really thorough. Yes, well, apparently one of the members loved mystery novels. Even in every living cranny with the almost frightening amount of gusto. When he was done, he said, "Very interesting. It's like one of those locked room mysteries. The lady's in the wrong line of work." Who could have hidden behind his curtains? Yeah, let's go give it a try. Oh, can you tell I'm hiding here? No, I can't tell at all. That's it. The perfect hiding place. Use the power to stop the case. Sorry to burst your bubble, but the royal guard searched the tomb high and low after they stormed in. And they said no one else was here besides Mr. Inga, Dirk, and Miss Faye. Well, back to the drawing board, I guess. My brilliant deduction destroyed in 3 sentences. I think we covered just about everything. Maybe we should go over what we learned so far? Well, for starters, we're dealing with a locked room murder. Instead of the tomb being locked, it was being cordored off by the royal guard. After the murder, no one was found hiding inside. Right. In addition, we also know that Dirk's fingerprints are all over the murder weapon. Creates around the sarcophagus is drenched with the victim's blood on one side. The blood must have gone to the killer when they stabbed the minister from behind. Dirk had blood on him when the crime was first discovered. Unfortunately, he doesn't remember what happened. This is not good. What we know so far is things couldn't be worse for our case. And there's still an understatement somehow. Yeah, it's looking pretty grim. Oh, if you two are done here, I'll have to ask you to leave. Go on, Scoop. Something wrong, Emma? Why are you trying to give us the boot? It's just easier if you're not here when his Heaven of Holiness arrives. Ah! Speak of the devil. Prosecutor Satmati! Detective Sky, it seems you have spoken the links with these two lawyers. I do hope you also kept an eye on them. Yes, of course, like a hawk, didn't touch a single thing. Give a lawyer an inch and he'll take a mile. Never forget that. Just that, look at this trust again. Hey, Nayuta, do you really believe that Dirk's guilty? You were seriously going to prosecute this case? I mean, he's your father. You were once part of Defiant Dragons, were you? Hey, Nayuta, wait! I said wait! Come on, let's get after him. Huh? Well, right behind you. Nayuta, will you stop already? What do you want? It's about Dirk. Could you please hear me out? I fail to see why I should. Now if you'll excuse me.
Hold it!
Nayuta, are you free to what I have to say? If not, that there's no harm in listening, right? Very well. Speak. Make it quick. There's much I must do. Why does everything have to be so difficult with you? Wait, hold on a sec. Before I do, let's examine this. Silverchair's friend has spilled water everywhere. Everything around it is soaking wet. Don't look at me! Rightfully or wrongly, I guess the team is the type who gets blamed a lot of things. And the more people accuse him, the more defensive he becomes. Even to the point of perceivably denying any wrongdoing. I said it wasn't me! I never said it was. See? Always in the defensive. So I know you'll be prosecuting Dirk's case, but are there any other prosecutors in this country? Why does it have to be you? Her Eminence, Queen Goran, personally requested that I serve as prosecutor. She did? It would make it hard to say no. Her Eminence thinks highly of my prosecutional skills. No, she didn't have to ask you to handle the case against her own father. To be honest, you really don't want to do this, do you? Ah, you speak of love and settlement. I guess so. I do not deny such human emotions. But the law is the law. I place your personal feelings above this beyond receipt. Do you disagree? Well, no, I don't disagree, but civilizations only exist due to the confines of law. Without them, loving settlement will lack the fertile soil they need to flourish. Do you disagree? No, but the law must be obeyed. The truth sits above all else, including personal feelings. Therefore, whether or not I am the son of the accused is of no consequence. It is that simple. Or would you say otherwise? But what? Come on, Apollo, tell me how wrong he is. Don't you know, wish it wasn't that way? It appears I wasted my breath on you. The winner is Prosecutor Sanmari. So spilling everywhere they vote of meaning of consequence, I see. You putrid red pepper. Norm, right? Did he have to be so adequate about this point? He's trying to cover something up with his petty words. Well, let's go back to the debates with him if I were you. Stick to questions like the ones you want to ask. Nayuta, I want to ask you about the hostage situation. It does say he has someone dear and Dirk in the palm of his hand. He was using that person along with his hostage as leverage to continue the orb. That's news to me. Well, that's what Inga said.
Here's your chance to get in the orb goodbye. My fate isn't my only, how should I say, insurance, you know, Dirk. What? I got someone dear to you right in my palm of my hands, sir. No, that one, well, you can imagine what kind of things I could do, right? Glad you're seeing things my way.
I got the impression Dirk had no choice but to follow his demands after he heard that. But who do you suppose this special person is? I wouldn't know. The bracelet's reacting. Hey, Nayuda, about what you just said.
サトラ今おまどもさましで足し抜けたれガセよそろか
Ow! My bracelet's crushing my wrist! You hurt them! It hurt! What the heck's going on? I'm wise to your tricks, you putrid pepper. The bracelet reacts to the anxiousness of the people around you by squeezing your wrist. No, I know how it works. I can make it tighten around your waist anytime I wish. Consider this a warning. I don't know how he did it, but this renders my bracelet useless. Such devilry is powerless in the face of the Holy Mother's blessings. Looks like your special power won't work against Prosecutor San Maria, Apollo. We'll have to try something else. You're right, we'll just have to ask Dirk about this. It appears you attempt to go through with the trial, then you have no hope of winning. Grow up, Mr. Justice. We are no longer children, you and I. I'm not the one who needs to grow up, Yayuda. In case you haven't heard, I won my last case against none other than Mr. Wright. You tell him, Apollo. Is he mad? I can never tell with him. This trial is different. The foolishness will only earn you a death sentence for aiding and abetting a criminal. And those who die as criminals are doomed to be reborn in the next time as something lower than a bug or vegetable. You would be lucky to return this realm as a patch of mold. Mold? Pretty harsh. If he was to avert such a fate, abandon his folly before it's too late. I don't care if it ends up with a dolly of blue cheese dressing in my next life. I'm going to defend Dirk in court. You fool. Know this. I intend to prosecute the accused with all my might, no matter what you say or do. Consider yourself forewarned. Now, if you'll excuse me. Prosecutor San Maria knows his father will be publicly executed if found guilty, and he won't show you an ounce of mercy. Ayuda, is this the real you? Have you really changed? Do you really plan on sending Dirk to his death? Do you even hear me? Do Dirk and I matter to you anymore? Oof. Well, it's still pretty early, so we could definitely continue. Maya's passed out after we found her in the tomb. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open. She's been out cold ever since. We haven't been able to get a word out of her. The doctor says she's just exhaustion, but I can't help but worry. What is it, Wright? You alright? Yeah, just thinking is all. I'm glad you're here, Edgeworth. We wouldn't have gotten the permissions we have without you. I wouldn't come all the way to Korat to be useless. Speaking of the investigation, I've received a few things from Jet Sky. These should prove to be useful to us as well. can't thank you enough, Edgeworth. Honestly, I have been so lost without him these past few days. You there? Hello, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Huh? You're from the Garan Royal Guard, right? I am Lucky. Royal Guard member, her name is Shoulder Rubber. That's very specific. And what does the Royal Soldier Rubber want with me? Wait, come to think of it, my soldiers are a bit scared. Don't be sure. I am here for one purpose only. I am here to bring you before her Emily. Run, Grand Priestess of Gorion. Will you comply? The Queen? What's wrong with me? And why does he have to shout like that? I can tell them why King Goron could summon you. But I advise you to her Eminence gracious invitation. Royal Soldier Robber Lucky, wasn't it? You might join Mr. Red's audience with the Queen. He's Lucky! L-A-H apostrophe L-K-E-E. Oh, praise you, Connie Post Queen Goron! If she has already pursued to your request, you prosecutor Edgeworth. You are both to come with me! You mean to say Queen Goron sees our every move? Yes, indeed. Her eminent spiritual power is immense. She can see what's going on thousands of miles away. Right. I fear I'll lose my hearing next if we don't hurry. Yeah, me too. Why would the Queen herself summon me personally? What's she possibly up to? Well, let's go. The Barbhead lawyer has arrived. We bid you welcome. You as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. Thank you. This is so magnificent as last time. We have murders about you, Barb One. Since your blood and come follower tends to leave our court devastated in a way. Is this what people have been saying about me? Right. Where are your manners? Your Eminence, I am both humbled and delighted to be in your presence. Oh, Your Eminence, glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well. She's alright. There's no need to keep your head bowed all day. Yes, Your Eminence. Life is not looking too good. Guess even she can't bounce back from her father's murder. What can I do for you, Your Eminence? I wish to question you about something related to the case at hand. Perfect, because I have a real question on my own. You fear we don't fully comprehend what has transpired, so there should be someone you can have for elucidate the situation. Is it true our husband Ida has been seeking the Founder's Orb? That's right, he wanted to trade a hostage for it. That's why he abducted Maya Fey. Insolent fool! How? That is a lie, then. Voldemort would do such a thing. But he could abduct Maya, that much is. I would not stay and listen to nonsense. You will pay for this, you. Ow! Please, your benevolence. There's quite an outbreak, how we understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth. But we believe we know why your father would do such a thing. Huh? We believe he is seeking the orb as the means of attaining spiritual power, and with it he intends to usurp the throne. Mother? Me, Your Eminence. Ingo was planning the coup as he was dissatisfied with the current administration, and the secret police was his primary instrument of his treason. Secret police? They came up during the High Priest's murder trial, too. The elite force under the direct command of the Minister of Justice, in this case Ingo. One of hunting down rebels as Lady Kira was the member of that group. Indeed, he got turned out once, brought forth into his own private army. And he intends to use them to launch a coup and assassinate us. And the Eminence has no control over them? As much as it shames us to admit it, Orion is not the unified realm that it would appear to be. We are truly sorry you had to witness a dirty underbelly in our kingdom. Father, but know that Inga could not have become king simply through our assassination. Or Orion, only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne. I see. That explains why Mr. Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb. Bar one, do you recall the man known as Page Love and Understanding? Oh god, not him. What about him? He too was involved in Inga's machinations. Inga has fought his lawyer to order a man to steal the orb and cover up the theft. And then he sent the orb to the US for Dr. Buff to study. It's all coming together. Particularly the infamous villain, Sakmati, may prove to be a chronic achievement of our reign. Now perhaps the kingdom will return to its peace once knew. Oh, what a joyous day! Your Eminence being a run, I can't appreciate the Christ. Your Eminence spiritual power but the great backing from the Holy Mother. This is how cronies would be elated in the prospect. But the Queen herself seems almost giddy for someone whose husband has just murdered. Father. Your father, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. About the incident that occurred 23 years ago, the one in which Dirk was accused of assassinating Queen Amara. Yes, he set fire to her private residence, burning my dear sister alive. Murder by arson? Only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime. That man also set the stage for you to become queen. What do you prefer your crown queen, Your Eminence? As part of our training to be queen, we serve a duty in many different governmental positions. Not long ago, it was the previous Minister of Justice. It was in that position that we were best able to support our eldest sister, Queen Amara. Interesting, that's her husband's position, or at least it was. When you descended the throne, you passed the Defense Culpability Act. Those who were supported criminals will be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass something like the Defense Culpability Act, Your Eminence? The assassination of her dear sister Amara. When the infamous villain Dirk Sakmati was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer. That's right, Dirk used to be a lawyer. Dirk has been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people, but he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case. See, when the truth of his fabrications in the assassination of the Queen came to light, that people were devastated, and trust in the legal system plummeted. Now, why does that sound so familiar? Yeah, I wonder. In Orion, the Hall of Justice is a sacred space where victims receive their last rites. Should the people lose their faith in the kingdom, shouldn't be shaken to its very core. That is when the Defense Culpability Act had to be passed. It was the only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss. So that's how you fought to eliminate the perjury and phony evidence, huh? Without laws, what makes lawyers go extinct in your kingdom? Now there's no one left to defend those who have been accused. Whoosh, we see how you could take issue with such a reality. However, we are not banned the act of lawyering in itself. Those who are confined that they can prove their client's innocence. I always welcome to mount a vigorous defense as you yourself have shown. Well, I guess so, but without a lawyer, there's a possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted. As long as the prisoners continue to turn nothing but a perfect trial, there needs to be fear such an notorious killing, don't you disagree? Perfect prosecution and perfect trials, huh? Let's not get started on this path. Furthermore, here in Kuran we have a divination seance, and so we are no longer need lawyers. For the dead do not lie. Well, in the short time I've been here, I've seen back false charges twice. And I found that the case built on the members of the dead are less than perfect. So yes, I do take issue with the Defense Culpability Act per se, at least. restless, restored your reputation precedes you, Barb One. It feels as if we ourselves are being cross-examined. Oh no, that wasn't my intention. It's true that some feel the defense culpability as a necessary evil at best, but it was a small sacrifice upon which her peace of the kingdom has been forged. If you consider executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice, then sure. The fact of the following is passage. Crime rating is correct remarkably. Therefore, we are no longer considering the enactment of the Defense Culpability Act. Really? Not at all? Right. Why don't we just leave it at that? This isn't a court of law after all. Yeah. But the founders orders was to exchange for the hostage. They were admission of the murder. Would you happen to know anywhere about that? It's missing? Sure, Dirk had it when he went to the tomb. If it wasn't there, no idea where it could be, Your Eminence. In any case, then perhaps Dirk has hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there's a matter of that foreign youth you were with. Oh, you must be Apollo. With his odd hairstyle, maybe assumed him to be a relative, perhaps your younger brother. No, you got it all wrong. He's Dirk's son. Oh, Monty Foster's son. They're not actually related by blood. Dirk's? Warrior guard. Yeah, it is. What's she whispering in that one guy's ear? Thank you for your time. You too, you may go now. Yes, Your Eminence. We'll be on our way. Okay, now what? Apollo and Athena have the murder scene investigation covered, so maybe we should go speak to the locals over the bazaar?
What? Is that a lion?
Oh, that caught me by surprise too when I first heard it. It's the cry of a local bird known as the warbat.
A bird?
That sounds like that? It's more like a beast than a bird if you ask me. It's a fundamental cry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff. Yes, well, can't say I've heard of one quite like that one before. What's more than unusual is endangered. It's extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days. If it's so rare, then what's one doing out here in the middle of the bazaar? You got me. Maybe it's got something to do with it being a national bird.
Was that a gunshot? Startled your PW?
Stats.
What was that, Dad?
A defiant dragon newest weapon. I call these puppies dragon shot snaps. You need those why? You know what the hard work is starting to pay off. Thanks to the TV signal hijacking stuff, more and more people are joining our cause. Oh yeah, counter that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough fight. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately. You say that again, I mean, what's with the high-speed fake murder/suicide? People are calling it a DAC tragedy and cause DCA tragedy and cause a real public uproar. Hopefully that means Taurus's death won't be in vain after all. Like at least a handful of firecrackers is going to be helpful to you guys anyways. Shameful, precious Champlain and fellow rebels. So we use them as a diversion when we need to shake a wrongdoing. Huh? Like this. Whoa! We cut that out! Enough with the regime and I'm not chasing you.
Your reaction, it was priceless, PW. You guys started a warbat too.
It's a miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing. You there. You are one of those insurgents, are you not?
Yikes! Take that!
And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought. Barbhead! Your benevolence? What can I do for you? I want to speak with you. About what my mother said. I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have planned to do. Well, I can understand why you feel that, but... It was a setup. I was not plotting against him. How do you know that? I just do, because the Holy Mother guides me. And as for a priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see. Maybe this is how Rachel expressed her sense of beauty. You're investigating this murder, are you not? If you trust as I'll accompany you and bestow upon you the royal priestess's wisdom. That's the best news I had all day, Your Benevolence. No one dare get in the way with Wraith on our side. We humbly accept your offer, don't we, Edgeworth? As you wish, Wright. Excellent. So let's begin with my father's private quarters. We should be able to find some clues there. I shall expose this false charge of what it is. It was the last thing I do. Could this be the reason she's so defensive about Inga because she's a daddy's girl? Barhead, let's not waste any time. My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence. Now follow me. Wait, she sure is in a hurry. Right, the minister's private quarters may hold evidence related to the murder as well. Yeah, maybe we need to kill two birds with one stone. Rafe's awfully fired up. I hope she'll be ready to the truth we face. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control in the whole affair. Now, we can figure out which one of these building houses is Inga's private quarters. That's where we need to find Rafa. There's a footprint coming from this residence. They better just kind of end. I wonder who made them and where they went. Now that's what I call an exterior. Is this where Inga's private quarters are? Watch your step, Wright. That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere. Yeah, the ground's soaked. I wonder who did this. Huh? I think someone's in there. Father! Is that Princess Rafa? There's still so many things I wish to tell you. You always put in such a brave face. But hearing her crying all alone, I can't help but think of Trucy. Father! Princess Rafa? Are you in there? Ah! Just a moment, I'll be right out. I see you are finally here. Well, let's commence our investigation, shall we? Your benevolence? Maybe you should rest for a minute first. You were eavesdropping on me, were you? No, I mean, yes. Sorry, I couldn't know what we're hearing. It wasn't like I was spying on you or anything. Stupid barbhead! Ouch! You could feign ignorance, as if you are so brain and mouth filter shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom. Ugh, not that bad, Edgeworth. Anyway, what took you so long? I thought you were never getting here. You have a lot of nerve keeping the crown princess waiting. Oh, sorry? It was my father's residence. I have already unlocked it, so you can go right in. Oh, and be careful. Some dingback dog found in the courtyard. Spill some water over there. A dingback dog? Hey, the yep 2 months spilled the whole urn's worth. I'm not sure how I got into this area. Do you know what it looked like? That isn't so good. I remember what some stray dog looks like. Anyways, know what we're talking about. Let's search my father's room, shall we? I really hope she's alright. What a mess. You could definitely tell the guy used to live in this room. I guess Inga and I have at least not much in common. This step always gets in the way. Nea! Nea! Oh! Huh? Where's Nana? Normally. She comes rushing whenever Rafa calls. That's right. Nina is. Nea? Is what? Oh well, you Barpep, come, hold the staff for me. Why me? Just take it. It's too heavy. I'm tired of holding it. How does Nira put up with this day in and day out? I'll just set it over here for now. Barphead, I, the board priestess of Orion, shall share my thoughts on this deduction. You will? Listen carefully, for such opportunities do not come often. Yes, of course. We'll be grateful to hear anything you'd like to share. My father was very likely to seek to obtain the Founder's Ore, but it was not for the purposes of Turnabout. It is all for my sake. For your sake? Founder's Ore was capable of bestowing spiritual power. My father truly believed that. And he wanted that power to be mine. I haven't finished my training. I still can't channel spirits. He was doing it for me. Right, I see. Well, do you understand why he did it now? I do, but it doesn't change the fact that Minister Inga was a kidnapper. I guess you don't believe he is, do you? Oh. New information is sure to surface upon further investigation. Suffice to say, he did this all for me and the story. Was he really trying to obtain the ore for Rafa? Somehow I doubt it. Speaking of powers, I wonder if Rafa will be performing the divination exams tomorrow. Probably ask her about that. Your benevolence, I noticed Nina isn't with you today. You know not where she has gone. I had not spoken to her since this morning. I assume she must be quite busy today. I didn't get to glimpse of her a little after 2 o'clock. I tried calling up her. She went off somewhere again. A little after 2? That's about an hour before the murder. Indeed, of all the times for this to happen, it never comes to me the moment I call her name. I know it's hard to believe, but even Nanny had lines, you know. Your inability to find her after the murder is slightly alarming. Whatever answers related to today's incident somehow. Do you think she was unwillingly caught up in them? Oh no. At the very least, I don't think she wasn't in the crime. Yeah, I hope she's alright. Rafa seems really worried for Naya. I think you could conduct a small divination seance. Who else but not I? Good point. Thing is, divination seance are all about what the victims experience in their final moments. So tomorrow, Rachel will experience her own father's death, exactly as it happened. More than anyone should ever have to deal with. Do you really have to go through the seance tomorrow? There's really no one else. What about just calling the whole thing off? Not as if I'm doing this just because I want to. No? Ah, never mind, I misspoke. Divination is a very important duty as a royal priestess. It's one I intend to fulfill. There's that word, duty. Your benevolence. As Crown Princess, you are destined to rule this kingdom one day. It means there will be many things that you alone must determine. Things on how to keep your people happy, and what is true and what is false. And most importantly, what role you must play therein. Wonder if I even up to the task. Performing the divination seance is very important for the priestess. But duty or not, it's a heavy burden for someone so young. Even worse, she'll be forced to watch her father's murder. Will it be a weight too heavy for her to bear?
your benevolence. Has Nera served you so long?
Yes, she has been at my beck and call for as long as I remember. I heard she even carried me as an infant, right down to changing my diapers.
Your diapers? Almost sounds like she could be your mother.
Indeed, but it's simple the fact that your mother is busy being queen. Naya takes care of my every need. She's my teacher of all things as well.
People's full of knowledge seems very lopsided in some respects. Could there be a result of Nair's teachings?
Nera, could there be that my trust in the ceiling has come to dislike me? Now that I think about it, perhaps I've been acting rather spoiled as of late.
Oh, I'm sure she'll be back.
Yes, I suppose Nera would never truly abandon me. Upon her return, I would do something nice for her. Perhaps she'd like a shoulder massage?
And yet I can't shake the feeling that Nair's connected to this case in some way. Let's examine. Ooh. It's a syringe and a vial.
Those were my father's back pain. He said it really helped when the pain was particularly unbearable.
It was that bad, huh? He must have been injecting some sort of painkiller directly into his back then.
Yes, my father said his back pain could knock him off his feet.
I know that feeling. I experienced some pretty severe back pain on my own.
Well, we can have you throwing your back out, of course, so why don't you take a vial?
No thanks. I hear your body builds up a tolerance to that such a thing.
I thought you didn't want them.
I'm going straight to the chiropractor as soon as I get home. This notepad must have belonged to Inga. Let's see. That's strange. These appear to be notes derailing people's most prominent characteristic. Hey, there's even some stuff about me in here. How can you bother doing this?
I'm afraid even I can't answer that.
Whatever the reason, it's giving me a cause of the heebie-jeebies. There's no mistaking no descriptions of people over the phone. That's what it reminds me of anyways.
But a brilliant deduction, one fitting for a pretty cheap prosecutor such as yourself. I commend you.
That's how I praise it coming from you, your benevolence. Edgeworth's right, it do look like a dictation notes, but I don't know, I mean, my father is very near who has been seen every day. There's some muddy footprints here. I'm gonna think of it. There's some spilled water by the entrance. Someone must have stepped on it before coming in here. They're already dry. I mean, they're at least several hours old.
Someone must have been here today in the early afternoon. For a service to leave this room every day. You're correct, we have a saying, leave not today's untidiness to tomorrow.
Mine is, why clean up today when you can leave for tomorrow?
This is crammed full of documents.
They appear to be fit for execution. But for this many cases? I mean, something is wrong in making them crying. This one dates back to 5 years ago.
He told me he simply kept putting them off because he hated doing paperwork.
This? Jesus LaBelle? Now I gotta see this print again. It appears to be a sample of some sort of spray on hair color. Color? Jet black. I wonder if Neil's going gray. Here, Edgeworth. Maybe you can use it. I like my natural hair color just fine, thank you very much. Wow, that's one gnarly sculpture.
My father sculpted himself on a block of solid gold.
Why is it not surprising that he's also a narcissist? It's pretty detailed, he even included a personal stamp of his. Hey, the stamp's a little loose. Look, there's a secret safe inside. Don't mind, I think such a thing was here all the time. Rat looks like we need a combination to get in. I'm really beginning to wonder what's inside that safe. Any idea what the combination might be, your benevolence? None whatsoever. Oh, looks like a 4-digit combo lock. Maybe it's a date? Probably not anything that would be easy to guess. Let's try some dates and see what happens. I wonder what date Inga will use as a combination. When's your birthday, your benevolence? You are wasting your time. It cannot possibly be my birthday. Oh, come on, it's worth a shot. Fine, it's December 24th. Christmas Eve? Well, let's give it a try. 1, 2, 2, 4. Ah! It opened. It did? Yep. It looks like the bottom of the safe is a fake. Something meant to mislead would-be thieves, no doubt. Still, it was rendered insufficient to use such an easily guessed combination. Why, Father? Why my birthday? Okay, let's see what's in here. This looks like a letter or something. Let's see. Dear Father, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You're always so kind, and I love you very much. I hope you live to be 100 years old. Love, Rafa. I wrote this to my father when I was 8 years old. Father, why would you hold on to something so childish and stupid? There's some other people's in here. Ah. This is a plan of his coup d'etat. What? Give me that. I don't understand. Seems justice brings to Inga planning an assassination of the queen. This can't be true. Father can never harm her. Poor Rika, this has to come as a terrible shock. There's a photo in here too. It's a little woman and a baby. I wonder who they are. On the far right of the wall with the mark of the defiant dragons branded on it. Wait, that's your benevolence? How can this be? Princess Rafa. She's looking incredibly pale. Your benevolence? Are you alright? Alright. How can I be alright? Huh? All that I have believed was all lies. Pray I'll follow. What are you talking about? Can I know the woman in this picture? How should I know? I didn't know anything that was going on. Doesn't look like I'm going to get much more out of her while she's like this. Mother. Huh? I must ask my mother about the secret she is hiding. What secret? I must go. Goodbye. Wait. What was that all about? Like her mind was off somewhere. It appears this photo really upset her. I wonder who the lady of the picture is. Stop! Shadow! Get over here! Wait, that sounds like Albie and Shadow. That's odd. Commoners aren't normally allowed in this area. I wonder what's afoot.
No!
Oh! Betchworth! Oh. I hope one of you has a good explanation for this. I'm so sorry. Hi, Albie. No, Shadow, back up. You did this really thing that you alone. If you would kindly detach your dog from my prolong. Right away, sir. Hold still in. And...
No! Stop pulling it! Should do the fabric?
Come on, Shadow, let go of this. What you call it? This isn't working. Just have to pull harder then. 1, 2.
Wait, what are you? 3!
Come on!
No! I need air. Were you trying to kill me?
I'm really sorry, mister. My dog has a habit of attacking friendly things like that. Maybe for his sake, he should stick to more traditional targets like cars or its tail. What's worse, he's moved in here today and stole some weird-looking hat. I don't know what to do anymore. Bad dog, you're a very bad dog. Wait a second, I've seen that hat before. Ollie, can I see the hat again? Sure. Wait, is this? Isn't that Name's hat? I thought she disappeared. Shadow's quite different from someone. Ollie, how exactly did Shadow get this? Let me explain. She started while we were on the walk through the bazaar today, and suddenly Bats popped out of the manhole.
Ha!
Whoa! The fangs of the defiant dragons. There's a rebel here. Hey, you wanna join our cause, kid? Huh? Naturally, I was so startled by that weirdo summoning appearance.
Back. Dogs of the Garon regime.
Huh? is my dog Shadow.
Define Dragon's evil weapon. Dragon's not sex. Let's shoot.
Oh! Oof. Oh man, look at your face. That was classic.
Sudden bang on my firecracker spooked Shadow and he ran into the crowds. Ah, Shadow, come back here.
They'll teach you to run, stop dog.
Junior, what do you think you're doing?
Not good.
That's when the policeman came running over and hauled Dax away. That happened right around 2 p.m. if I remember correctly. I'm not even going to pretend what I know what Dax is trying to do. Chase had Predator Shadow, and when I finally caught up to him here in the palace courtyard, he had this on his mouth. PM. It's about an hour before the minister's death. Nero's supposedly went missing after the murder. This would place her here at the palace at around 2. Actually, I just remember I saw something pretty amazing around that time too. Something amazing? So obvious. What is it you thought that was so amazing? Still her eminence Queen Garon telling a spirit. Is it really that big of a deal here to see showing someone? You bet it is. Commoners are never allowed in the home of the sacred Wright. Oh, can you tell me more? Of course, I was happy to explain. It was around 2:10 a.m. today. I got lost at the palace grounds while looking for Shadow. Oh, what is this place? It gives me the creeps. Where could Shadow have gone? In my search, I took a peek at the small room, and that's when I saw Queen Garon. She was channeling a spirit for the neighboring kingdom's king. I saw her transform right before my eyes. I was so excited I had to take a picture of it. You took a picture? No, I shouldn't have. I just couldn't help myself. Between this and the treasure room, all these not exactly the picture of self-restraint. You're channeling right after that, so I ran out before anyone could spot me. You could have been arrested again, you know. Yeah, I know. Anyway, here's a copy of the picture. Just don't tell anyone I was the one who took it. Don't worry about his future sometimes. Come to think of it, how come you and Shadow get to the royal residence anyways? Not open to commoners after all. Let me explain. There's a way to get into the palace from the bazaar. Double tight squeeze though. Shadow can easily fit, but anyone bigger than me is out of luck. You don't say. Yeah, part of the palace wall is damaged and there's a hole I can just make it through. Go on. I didn't know they have some really tasty food here. Oh, maybe this is the first time in here, huh? Trespassing is illegal, you know. No, it's not like that. You didn't mean any harm. Just want to help change this kingdom. What do you mean? Well, after this face trial, I started thinking, like, maybe there's something we could do to help the revolution too. Nice straw, huh? The tragedy only happened because of how twisted the Lion's legal system had become. How utterly foolish to cast away one's life for such a reason. There must be other ways to cover up a crime. Yet had I done so, my wife would have rushed my defense, and when the case went to trial, she would suffer the same fate as I under the Defense Culpability Act. I could not believe myself that she had been convicted because of that fiendish man. This can't be. All I have done is the laws of our kingdom. That's all I've been.
The DC expected false charges against Maya and the High Priest of Suicide. The Metro also caused the public to start questioning the current state of things. And it seems even Alden has some pretty strong feelings in the matter. I know it has to be something I could do to help. That's what I remember the hole in the palace wall and started thinking. Maybe I could sneak in and take a picture of one of the ward up to no good. I just want to do my part. The spirit of revolution seems to be catching on even when one's so young. Right, the momentum is steadily building, and the tipping point is fast approaching. It's just a matter of when. I agree, and the public perception of Defying Dragon seems to be changing too. But Aldi, you can't go trespassing like that, even if it's a good cause, it's not right. Okay, I won't do it again. Aldi, is it really all you have to confess? You haven't been up to any of the mischief? And when I say you, I mean Shadow. Huh? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Nice try, Aldi. The proof is literally right in front of us. Aldi, you wouldn't happen to know what this urn got knocked over, would you? Ah! Because Urban was told me something rather interesting. Careful, some dingback dog got in the courtyard and spilled some water over there. A dingback dog? That's right, the yuppie mug spilled the whole urn's full. The dingback dog she mentioned wouldn't happen to be Shadow, would it? Oh! Guess the dog's out of the bag. Sorry I lied, but I was worried I'd get in trouble. I knew I shouldn't lie to the lawyer like that. No, it's not good to lie to anyone like that. Let's barely tell the truth, okay, Aldi? Oh, that's right, I almost forgot. I saw a couple of Americans a moment ago. They had really weird haircuts, so I thought they might be friends of yours. Really now? Your own friend thinks all those Americans are strange their style. I suppose we have you to think for that, right? What exactly does the hair look like? There's a guy with two crops of hair sticking out of his forehead like a tennis. And then there's that lady with a long bunch of hair that looks like a big orange spider leg. Oh, that sounds like Apollo and Athena. What were they doing? They were racing to the bazaar with the Grand Boy Carter Hot Pursuit. Wait, what? Why were they being pursued? I'm not sure, but I have my suspicions. I just hope they're alright. Sorry for not mentioning it before. It just kind of slipped my mind. Oh boy. Okay. I think that will be it. It's getting kind of late here. So, we're gonna end it. Alright. Let me see if there's anyone to raid. Nope, no raid target. So, that'll be it. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.